If you are wondering how to generate leads using AI, then watch this video till the end. I will explain how you can actually generate leads using AI on different channels. So this video comes with a live demo as well. So in this live demo, I will explain how you can generate leads for a dental clinic. So we have chosen this dental clinic as an example for this specific demo. Without any further ado, let me show you the demo. So here, let me share my phone screen over here, and let me start talking to this particular business on Instagram. So we have actually created this particular demo so that we can actually show the demo within our account itself. So let me simply start the conversation over here to see how this actually works. So let me send a message hi over here and see what happens over here. So it actually responds, how can I assist you today? So let me ask a question, who are you over here? So let's see how this actually responds. So at the moment, this particular our account is set in such a way to respond to this particular clinic. So it says, I'm a helpful customer service assistant to this particular client. I'm here to provide information and assist with any questions you have. How can I assist you today? So let me ask this kind of question. Do you offer this kind of service? Let me ask this particular question and see how this actually works. So let me send this kind of questions and see how this actually responds. So it will take just 1 to 2 seconds. So it says, yes, the clinic offers this service, and it asks, if you are interested in this particular kind of service or any other questions, feel free to ask. So let me provide, yes, I'm interested, to see how this actually respond over here. That's great. So it says a wonderful option for enhancing the appearance of your teeth. To get started, we would need some information from you. May I please have your name? So as you see here, when I simply say yes, I'm interested, it start asking me the name. That means it actually starts the lead generation process using AI. So let me provide a name over here. Justin sound, something like that. So now it actually asks me for the phone number. So it also provides a reason. So it says, this allows us to reach out to you to schedule a consultation for this particular kind of service which I actually interested at this particular kind of clinic. So all these responses are actually generated using AI. So let me provide a phone number. So instead of providing just the phone number, I'm going to provide the phone number, something like that. You can reach me at this particular number. So it has both the text and also the phone number as well. And it says, thank you for providing the phone number. And it also asks me the preferred date and time for the consultation. So let me provide August 15, 10:30 a.m. would work. So as you see here, I'm not just providing the date or time. I'm also adding some kind of text as just a conversation. Let's see how this actually convert into data at the end of this demo. So it says, thank you Justin Sanders for the providing the data. We have received your request for a consultation for this kind of service on August. Our team will reach out if you don't hesitate. So we have actually provided all these details for the free consultation. So if I go to Google Sheet over here, and as you see here, this particular person is there, and the channel is Instagram, it says, and the phone number I provided over here, and the date and time of the consultation is already here. So as you see here, we are able to run this specific demo on Instagram. So likewise, this can actually works on multiple channels. So if, for example, if I open this particular analytics over here, this actually supports multiple channels such as Messenger, WhatsApp, Instagram, SMS, Google Business, Telegram, Viber, web chat, and even voice as well. So now let's see how this is actually set up. So first of all, this actually works using the direct integrations between our platform Chatic Media and the OpenAI ChatGPT integrations. So here, if you come to settings and integrations, and if you select OpenAI ChatGPT, here you will find an option to connect your OpenAI API keys. So once you have connected, you will be left with these kind of options over here. So first of all, here if I press edit over here, it will provide an option to add the business information or system prompt. So this is the place where you actually add any kind of business information. So we actually see the demo for this specific dental clinic. So that's why you actually see any kind of information about this dental clinic. And as we are also using a special feature called ChatGPT triggers. So that means it allows you to connect ChatGPT to your automations. So basically you can automatically collect data and trigger flows. So that's what we actually just did in this specific demo. So let me show this how this actually I added the prompt over here. So it says you are a helpful customer service assistant to this specific clinic and respond to users in a friendly, helpful tone in 2 to 3 sentences. And as we are also collecting some kind of lead information for the free consultation, it's here we actually include the prompt something like this. It is very important to collect name, phone number and preferred date and time. If someone wants to request a free consultation, ask one data at a time. Reconfirm both the phone number and the preferred date and time before sending their details to this particular clinic, and that's it. And after that we have just information about this specific clinic. So some business hours, what is the phone number, contact details, and also the service offered. So we only provide just a few information as for this particular demo. And here you can find the ChatGPT triggers. So this particular ChatGPT trigger connect to human is active on all accounts by default, but you can actually create specific ChatGPT trigger based on your business use cases. For an example, here we actually created a ChatGPT trigger named a request free consultation, and here you can choose the model you are interested in. So basically we actually support GPT-4, 8K, 30K, 32K, those kind of things as well. So, but if we are in this demo, we are actually using GPT 3.5 4K tokens only, and here you can set the temperature. So now let's see how the ChatGPT trigger actually works. So let me click on manage over here. So this is the place where you can actually create your own ChatGPT triggers as well. So by default, this particular ChatGPT trigger will active. So basically when someone talks with your business and wants to talk to an agent, and if a particular customer sends you a message saying I want to talk to human or I want to talk to an agent, our system will automatically convert that particular conversation into a human conversation. So if I open the inbox over here, let me show how this actually looks like. So basically here you can actually find all the conversation, and here when a conversation is transferred to a human, you can find it over here. So that is how this actually works when someone actually says I want to talk to human or something like that. So now let's see how this request free consultation trigger is set up over here. So let me press edit over here. So it says a name. So when it comes to name, it's recommended to have like 2 to 3 words. So it's simply directs the meaning. So it says request free consultation. What does this trigger do? Allows customer to request free consultation. So it's better if you start with allows customer to and present what it triggers do. And here you can specify what the data you want to collect. For example, name, and this particular data you want to collect, and this is the place where you want to store. So here you can store the name in the full name field, phone number you can store in the phone number field, and here you can store the preferred date and time in the preferred date and time field. So if you want to have multiple fields, you can actually create your own fields in the flows and custom fields. Here you can actually create your own fields and link those particular fields over here by adding a new field over here. And what flow is triggered? So what happens is that after all these details are collected, what flow to trigger? So here we actually set up this flow, request free consultation trigger, and also what is the output message as well. So let me show what this flow is about. So if I go to flows over here, and here actually we have created a new flow called request free consultation. So if you want to create your own flows, you can simply click on add and create your own flows. So let me show how this is actually set up within this particular flow. So if I open this particular flow over here, it says system set custom field. So it's a kind of a variable, and it's called as the trigger message. So we actually set the trigger message saying this kind of message. So when someone provide us all these details, name, phone number and preferred date and time, we actually want to send an output message. So you can simply enter the output message here as well, but if you want to customize output messages based on some kind of custom fields or conditions. That's why we actually using an example variable here. So here we actually setting this particular trigger message as this kind of message: your appointment request has been received and our team will contact you at this particular phone number to confirm the appointment. So basically, even if you set this kind of message for this as a trigger message, this message first will be sent to the OpenAI and it will actually rewrite this particular message for the customer every time. So it will be a kind of randomized for each customers. So that is how this actually the trigger message is set up. And also we are using few actions over here because we actually sent this particular data to the Google Sheet as well. So let me show what actions we are actually using over here. First of all, we are actually using we actually having a custom field called channel and saving that particular custom field into a value user channel. So this, if you use this particular user channel, it will simply identify the channel of the user. For example, in this demo, this particular customer was chatting in Instagram, so it automatically detect. So if it's a web chat, it can detect. For example, it can work on Messenger and other channels as well. So that's what this particular action over the do. And after that, we are also formatting the date. So here in the Google Sheet, we are actually seeing this kind of date format. So that's what we are already doing it over here. So let me show that. So we are actually formatting this kind of date. So there are documentations on how to format specific date formats. So if you don't like this kind of date format, we can actually change to a different format as well. But for the demo, we are actually using this kind of date. So we actually, as you remember, preferred date and time. So this preferred date and time is, so initially when a customer submit their preferred date and time, that particular data is stored in the preferred date and time. But as we are actually sending that particular date and time to a Google Sheet as well, what we are doing is we are actually converting this preferred date and time into a different format, using this kind of format and saving this particular preferred date and time into a different variable called date and time, just to make this particular times looks better in the Google Sheet. So that's what we are actually doing over here. And after that, we also have a Google Sheet integration. So it says send data. So we want to send the specific data to the Google Sheet, and the spreadsheet name is request consultation and the worksheet is leads. So if I open this particular, it says send data, request consultation, and the worksheet is leads. So the custom fields, so the full name, it's sent to name, channel, phone number, and here instead of using this preferred date and time, we also already formatted in a modified date and time, so which we did in this step. So that's why we are actually using the modified date and time over here. So this is how this whole flow actually set up. So if you want to create a ChatGPT trigger for your own business, so you can simply create it over here. So you can simply create add trigger and you can actually provide all the details over here. So once you have created the ChatGPT trigger, what you have to do is you have to come back over here and choose let me show that over here. So basically, if even after you create a ChatGPT trigger, you have to select that ChatGPT trigger over here. So let's say if you want to disable it, you can simply disable it as well. Here we have only one extra ChatGPT trigger which is called as a request free consultation. So you have to enable this and continue so that it can actually works. So if you have any questions or if you want to set up something like this for your business, please contact us or leave a comment